What's up, party people? I go to the barber shop. Let's go ahead and turn on the chat, see who wants to show up for a little itty bitty chat. Chat is live. Wait for the notification gang to show up. Saturday stream. Mostly Harmless is here. Car Guy 427. I'm actually very excited about something. AD never calling. Fantastic. Let's get it going. How was the wedding? The wedding was very fun. We had a really good time, actually. It was it was better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a snooze fest, but it was a good time. And we missed we missed the boring part, so that was very good. Captain Morgan. Hello, Bright Blue Certified T3 Bot. Slav me. Hello, Jory. Question. Are Decla watches good? Can you give me your honest opinion? Dude, what? TFT certified T3 bot and moderator is here. That fellow there. Bro, where have you been? Dude, what? Oh my gosh, welcome. One of the OG moderators is back and a personal friend of mine. Dude, what is going on? That is insane that he showed up. Blanchard Watchco, how's the 996? Incredible. Just got it back from a major service. And it is running better than ever, if I do say so myself. Decla watches. Let's take a look at some. I'm gonna be honest right now. Have not ever reviewed one, dude. I cannot even fathom that TFT is here. Can we all get a round of applause in the chat? Can we get some claps? Can we get some cheeks clapping in the pause? Can we get some claps in the comment section, please, for TFT showing up? Remember when I did the fastest clapping challenge? Do you guys remember that? Some of my OG viewers will remember. Okay, let's look at Decla watches. So this is Bauhaus, and they even say it here. Bauhaus is a design language that originated in Germany. It was supposed to be somewhat minimalist, modernist design. And we can see with most Bauhaus watches, we see stick handsets, we see stick indexes, and really, a very specific type of font where everything's very straight, linear, and sterile. And I don't necessarily mean sterile as a bad thing. I just mean that is like a tenet of Bauhaus design. This looks quite nice. Actually, I enjoy the presentation here of Bauhaus Una with gold hands. This is a German company, so it makes sense that they have, Bauhaus design language. They have looks like, this is interesting. Man, they have some interesting watches here. Okay, let's click on a few. Never reviewed this brand. Man, this looks quite nice, actually. Military vintage Cali. So we have a Cali dial, but then it looks like they had two options when it came to a dial variant. They had like one that was patented, and then they had one that isn't. Oh, you can choose. So this is very much a German brand, like Stover. Stover allows you to customize your watch down to the logo on the man. I actually dig these, to be perfectly honest. I will have to get one. I like how they have blogs that are like political. Project History Decla. Putin's invasion of Ukraine is a dark chapter for all of Europe. Blood is shed innocently through. That's interesting. You don't see very many watch blogs getting into that. If you want some very controversial topical comedy, you can follow my other channel, Everything is Gay. It's here. I'm going to put it here. YouTube.com. Dude, I don't know if TFT even knows about my new venture, Everything is Gay, but YouTube.com slash can we use that word? So if you guys all want to subscribe over here, that channel is gaining over 800. Dude, we've been gaining like over, I think it's like 700 subscribers a week, which is like hilarious because it's a brand new channel. So if you guys want to go check it out over there. Yaakov, shalom. Hope you're well. Come on the show. Talk about us Jews in Israel. Well, I'm not gonna get super political over here. I am a Jew, but I do talk about that stuff heavily over on Everything is Gay. So I don't want to talk about that here because I'm not trying to alienate my viewership here on the Time Teller channel, but I'm totally happy alienating people over on Everything is Gay. Bad Matt certified Teeth Raw is here. You guys better be on your best freaking behavior. What's a Kali dial? That's a very good question. Kali dials are California dials are an alternating or split Roman numeral and Arabic dial. Okay, so a good example of one, actually I just saw a really good picture. We see here, Californication, Romans and then split Arabics, right? We go back here, we see an example of like My Bubbleback 2940. We see some Romans and split Arabics. So there's been a few arguments as to where California dial, that name, came from. And one of the main theories is watch dealers would want to get their watches like somewhat modified, and they would take it to a very famous dial refurbisher in the 70s and 80s known as Kirk Rich dials. They were very, very sought after at the time. So other dealers started having dial refurbishers mimicking that, so that other so that they could say they also had a Kirk Rich dial Rolex or whatever. Most of them are not Kirk Rich dials, and Kirk Rich was famously operated out of California, and so some people surmise that that's also where that kind of came from, that name, because if you saw split indexes and that on a lot of watches, it could have come from that specific dial refurbisher out of California. But there are a lot of really old watches you can see here that have things like that. Like my Bubbleback 2940 is from 1940, and it has an actual Kirk Rich California dial. So I just want to pat myself on the back there. Is there a Kali dial reverso? I actually don't know. Shall we look that up? Doesn't look like it, which is a bummer because I would. Why isn't this opening? Everyone say hi. Linky's here. zombie, zombie, zombie. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I torture them. They're just happy to be here. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and tell me what you're sipping on. I actually haven't had my morning coffee yet. And I would like as well to acknowledge the people that are going to watch this after it gets automatically uploaded. I understand not everyone can be here on Saturdays because you know Saturdays are often when people are able to run their errands because we work all week. I understand people use this time to spend with their family. They have other obligations. They have children. Some people work on Saturdays, and some people just simply live in a different part of the world. So it's just very inconvenient. But if you could be here every Saturday around 11:30 a.m., 11:30/noon, then that would be really awesome because we have a whole lot of fun. And it usually devolves into us arguing about junk food. So if you want to talk about watches, look at cats, and then argue about junk food, then you're in the right place. If you want to talk about the degradation of society as a whole, then go subscribe to my other channel. But we have a whole lot of fun on both. All right, everyone in the chat, wave. We love you. We see you. We acknowledge you. Back to the live stream. Bye-bye. Let's go acknowledge some of the peeps and see what they say now. Do you know if I can polish a scratch off of my Citizen Pro Masters crystal? What crystals do they use? Which ProMaster do you have? What? If it's a sapphire, you can't. But I don't think they use sapphires in there. Mineral. It's gonna be hard to. Acrylic is the easiest to buff out. Get yourself some Polywatch ointment and see what you can do. But sapphire is difficult. Acrylic is the easiest. Hasselite, very, very easy. Bad Matt, certified teeth rot moderator. We got good cop, bad cop going on. We got TFT here saying, hello, future folk. And we have Bad Matt flipping everyone the bird, being like, where are you, lazy bones? So we got good cop, bad cop. You can pick, yin and yang. But it is what it is. Evan Kenny, good old caffeinated coffee. That's what I'm talking about, babe. Evan, did you put in an order at the shop today? I think I got notified we got an order from an Evan Kenny. Was it you? Well, shout out to Evan regardless. But I think he did purchase something from the shop. Mostly Harmless certified teeth rot says, hey Linky, hey, and shout out to Sammy. Sammy. Yeah? Someone said shout out to you. Link looks a lot like the Bender the Chonky Cat, aka cat meme. Yeah, he is a meme. Get on my level, scrubs. That is what Bad Matt is yelling today. Vietnamese coffee sounds like it's in order. Daniel Lee, you know me. And guess what? I'm back on the coffee grind. No pun intended. Coffee grounds. It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay, it was a joke. I'm back on the coffee grind. Gosh. If anybody's wondering, Daddy's still jacked. Okay, Daddy is still jacked. I'm surprised no one's asking what watch I'm wearing. Bruh's wearing a Seiko Sup 880. I love the Seiko Sup 880. That is the Cartier Tank Image. New Rock Boy. I'm sure you remember the Hamilton watch review, and you questioned about this 4 stupid bolts on the watch. That was a pretty pricey watch. Yeah, I think you were talking about the Martian watch, the watch from the movie The Martian. TFT says I leave for a bit and T3 goes decaf. No, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back on caffeine, baby. Although I haven't had any right now, but I am back on caffeine. TFT, by the way, shouted out the T3 shop. We actually did a restock last week, so check it out. If you use the coupon code COFFEE, all caps coffee, you get a discount. So don't miss out. Thank you for the shout out. TFT says wearing the 2201.51 from Bad Matt Acquisitions. Bad Matt, a subsidiary of the T3 brand. You need something, we get it for you. We're just a little less legal. I'm just kidding. I'm not associated with Bad Matt Acquisitions. I just need that to be known. Time Teller Productions LLC has nothing to do. I'm just kidding. Sean Miller, certified T3 bot. I learned the hard way that if you disagree with Christian on Theo and Harris channel, they will come for you. Don't know why that guy loves the tag F1, the Kith tag F1. So I've never had a negative run-in with Christian or Theo and Harris, anyone on that channel. So I can't speak to that. I don't know what you mean by them coming after you. I also didn't realize that they were big fans of the Kith F1. Do you guys want me to go on a rant about the F1? Because I will happily go into F1. TFT says T3 knows that Don Sinacci has a long reach. He got a long reach all the way from Asia to Long Beach. I like a bomb peach. And that's all. I spit bars though. I spit bars. Okay, I'll rant about the F1. By the way, I'm growing my hair out. I am balding, but I like, who cares, right? Just let it hang. That's also why I don't wear pants. The Kith F1 is very, very silly for a few reasons. Number one, it's a tag Heuer. It's also a reissue of a disgusting, very cheap, toyish design. So that's another issue. People are giving me the green light to rant, so I am in fact ranting. Mostly Harmless says rant. TFT says rant. Kaiser says rant. Don has a long reach. Pause. We're talking about a Pepe. So not only is it like a reissue of a really disgusting, kind of cheap, toyish design, they say that they've upgraded the materials for this reissue, but really they just gave it a sapphire crystal. It's like, okay, $1,500 for that. I don't know why anyone. So here's my biggest issue, and I kind of alluded to this in my episode from yesterday. If you haven't seen my episode from yesterday, I ranted all about this. I urge you guys to go to my channel and check it out. No, stop, Jory. Show restraint. Not. The issue is that, with the moon swatch, that is a rendition and homage to a watch with a, very, very interesting, unique, important history. Watch worn on the moon. It's also a very expensive watch. Right? It's an homage to a very expensive watch. Not a lot of people have money to throw around, especially in this economy, on a full-fat Omega moon watch. So these moon swatches are a way for people. Yes, it's a very quick, easy, cheap, nasty way for Swatch to make money, but that's not my issue. I'm a free market capitalist. Do your thing. But the issue is that, this was a way, $250 a pop. Yes, it was a sloppy release, terrible, blah, blah, blah. Don't spend a penny more on that from the resellers or anyone. But you have a way, if you get one at retail, to have a piece of that history as a watch enthusiast, as an America enthusiast, right? Supporting like American ingenuity and going to the moon and industriousness. And it's a very, very interesting way to be a part of that without having to spend the money on a full fat moon swatch, right? The issue with the Kith F1s is that if you want a like OG Tag Heuer F1, you're spending about $600. So why spend $1,500 on one that is not really upgraded and it has some brand name of some other stupid apparel company? Is that really worth it to you? No. So that's my big issue. Can you see me? People are saying that the stream died, but for some reason, I feel like my stream is still going. What is going on here? Yeah, it looks like my stream's still going. Keith Heuer is fine. So yeah, that's my main. That's kind of my main issue right now with those. It's a really stupid money grab. Idiots. I have a theory that the only people really that have purchased them are resellers. That's my personal theory. When's the T3 tag overlanding design being released? Oh wait. Yeah, it's just not my thing. By the way, I'm wearing a very interesting watch right now. No one even cared. No one even cared to ask T3 what watch he's wearing. Brush News says, guys, you should pursue good movements, not brands only. Well, I don't really care why you like a watch. You can like a watch without the most sophisticated movement. That's perfectly fine. My issue is actually the price, like the value of it. And I don't mean resale value. I mean like, if you like a watch and you think it's really cool, but it doesn't have a great movement and it doesn't have super impressive materials, but it costs like $150, then like, who cares? Just buy it. But if you like a watch that is ugly, it doesn't have a really rich history, it's cheaply made, doesn't have a great movement, and all it is brand, and they're asking $1,500, then I have an issue with that. Then I have a big issue with that. So, now people are interested. Vintage Arms says, what are you wearing? Mostly harmless. Says, wrist check. Javier says, been a while. Yeah, what's going on, brother? Alejandra says, what are you wearing? Evan Kenny says, what watch you wearing? Love your current look. Dang. Yeah, dude, I've been growing my hair out. And I'm balding. Let's be clear. I'm not fully bald, but I am thinning like drastically. And I just figured I'd just let it hang because like, who cares? Like, who cares? I'm cleaning up, the back of my neck and right here. I'm still somewhat well kept. I'm just like, I'm going for like the kind of like, I'm mature. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, check out this watch that I'm wearing, guys. It's really, really cool. This is a true enamel dial, by the way. And a sapphire case. Mad Watch Collector Russ is here. What is going on? My buddy Russ. Russ, let's collab. Who would like to see a collab between who would like to see a collaboration with the two most unhinged people in the watch world? Russ and I. That would be I don't know if YouTube could even handle that episode. Anyway, when you looked down, I was blinded. Hey, it's not shiny yet. It is not shiny yet. I don't appreciate that. You can only bestow that honor upon me when I've earned it. When it becomes fully shiny, then we will start making bowling ball jokes. So check this out. This is pretty cool, right? So I already did a review on this watch, by the way. But this is actually insane because it's actually a fully sapphire case. The only stainless steel on this are the lugs and the frame on the case back. So, this is actually a very cool watch. I don't know if anyone said, I don't know if excuse me, I don't know if anyone saw the review that is watching this right now, but this is crazy. All right, it's official. Russ and I are collabing. Russ, email info@thetimetellershop.com. info@thetimetellershop.com, or I'll just DM you. But let's start working on a episode. I think it'd be really fun. Everyone wants it. That would be nonstop insanity. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Half of my trolls in the comment section is just because they're hair jealous. I'm telling you, Russ. Dude, when you got it like that, people just want to take it away from you. Yeah, the carousel is very cool. And people are like, oh, well, that watch is Asian. My wife is Asian. Right, Sammy? I don't know if you hear Sammy in the background, but I'm like, I have to go to the office and do some work. And then we'll get coffee. Sammy, do you want me to chop my hair off?
No. Let it grow.
Can you come in here and yell that real quick in the room? Do you want to make an appearance?
Do not chop your hair off. Let it grow.
Say it louder.
Do not chop your hair off. Let it grow.
Do you hear that?
I'll braid it.
She'll braid it. She'll braid whatever I have left of it. Can I put a link to that review? Yes, I can. Let's go ahead and link that review so everyone can see it. When you got it, flaunt it. Hey, that's what I'm saying, baby. Hey, Inky. Okay, so the review of this watch that I'm wearing right now, I'm linking in the chat so that everyone forever after, here and forever after, can watch that review. Because that's a whole lot of fun. And then if you guys want to see my, hello, she told me directly. If you want to see my opinion on the Kith videos, or excuse me, if you want to see my video on the Kith release, see, I can't even multitask. I'm trying to link this. That's the Kith Tag Heuer overview, which, you know, who really cares? Do it live like Britney Spears. What, shaving my head? I'm not. My girl wants me to grow out what I got left. Well, she's got an Apple Watch, so yeah, we can't really trust her opinion on most things. Do you want to know my biggest issue with this watch? Do you want to know my biggest issue? So it's a manual wind. It's a manual wind watch, right? So I would have to be wearing it and juicing it up, like, or I'd have to be around it, right? Like I'd have to wind it up and intermittently. It's not like something that gets juice while I'm wearing it. Okay. The issue is that like when it dies, and unless you're like setting it on the hour, you don't know how accurate you are setting it because it's kind of just like relative time. And I know the argument that like all watches are just an interpretation of time, but there's like it's very difficult to see what time it actually is because there's only, 12 369. So it's, unless you're setting it like on the hour or half, then you really don't know. Well, dude, even on the hour, it's difficult, to be perfectly honest. So unless you're unless you're setting it on the 12369, then you're shit out of luck. Evan, just like I'm flaunting a bull of a Computron from a place called the Time Teller Shop. Ever heard of it? Hey. And Evan, I hope you're happy. I was able to find you the box and papers for that watch. How insane is this, Evan? So I got that watch for the shop. It sold to you. And then I realized that we didn't receive box and papers. I tracked it down from the source to get the box and papers for you. And there were some extra links, I believe, to that bracelet. I take care of my clients. What can I tell you? I love them. Use coupon code coffee and check it out. Daniel Lee says, fun fact, T3 stores another watch in the beard just in case. Alejandro says, I saw that review and ended binge watching every recommendation of your videos. I appreciate that, dude. You know what? Russ from the Mad Watch Collector channel, he's getting close to being as weird and wacko as I am. But I've been doing it a little bit longer than him. So I think that I have a little bit longer of a catalog of me just being like psychotic and having insane streams of consciousness online. He will get there. He will definitely get there. But if there's more stuff online with which to blackmail someone, I would take the crown, because there's like hours and hours and hours of like footage in totality of me just being an idiot online. So Kent says, customer service #1. Thank you so much, guys. We really try to take care of our clients. We don't treat our clients like just another number. And we don't really see our clients as customers. Because customers are people that come in and then they go. And, it's like a coffee shop. I love coffee shops. I would like to even run a coffee shop because I love coffee shops so much. But it's like, oh, that's your customer. You give them a cup of coffee, they leave, whatever, in and out. But the people that buy a watch, I know from experience, buying a watch is a fairly personal endeavor. You're doing a lot of research on it. You're often spending a lot of money on it. And it's something that you need to understand a history of when you purchase it. Because, let's say I'm buying this watch. I want to know the history of this specific watch, not just the history of the brand and of that watch's model. I want to know the history of this specific watch that I am buying. So I understand that it's very, very personal, and that's why when you send an email to info@the-time-teller shop, or when you send an email to sales@the-time-teller shop, and you have a question or you do some outreach, we are an American-owned and operated company. We do not do outsourcing. We do not, when you have questions that are sent to our website, you're not getting some canned response from some call center from the Philippines or in India. You are getting messages that all eventually come to me. So I hope that gives my clients peace of mind, and we treat you guys the way that you should be treated, because you are supporting us, and we want to make sure you have the best experience possible. And have there been some hiccups? Yeah, we've had I think, well, we've had watches stolen from us where people have attempted to claim they haven't received watches and yada yada yada, and then the postmaster has like gotten involved, the law enforcement arm of USPS. So we've had things like that happen, but we have pretty much, I will say, a 99.999% like happy success rate with all of our clients. So very, very honored to brag about that. Each coffee comes with a custom watch sourcing service. Jory, let me bend over backwards to get you extra links, fam. Rolex, let me take back any extra links in case you decide to sell them. Exactly. We do the opposite of what Rolex does. You want papers and boxes, we're going to get them for you, give them to you. We don't care. Extra links, we send them. We don't care. Rolex does not do that. They want to make it as hard as possible. Because guess what? If you buy a watch from me just to resell it, let's say I'm selling someone heavily discounted, which I always do. In fact, we can look. I'm just gonna show this to you guys right now. Let's say I'm selling something heavily discounted. Guess what all of these are? Use the coupon code COFFEE. You get these at an extreme discount. Okay? Let's say you want to buy something low and flip it. You found something cheap on my site and you want to sell it after. I don't care. Why would I care? Why would I try to make that process difficult for you? Guess what? I have the margins I have. I've priced these a way that we want to price them. So you taking it from me and selling it and making profit on your end does not hurt me. I do not care. I hope that you do it successfully. Because guess what? That means we've all won. Means that has all been beneficial for all parties. Because the end client has gotten what they wanted, you have gotten what you wanted, and I've gotten what I wanted. So who cares? So yeah, these are all heavily sold at a discount. By the way, my favorite watch on the site right now, we do have a Rolex Date in the 1500 series, which is arguably the best reference number series that Rolex has ever made. We do have a solid gold Patek with the original box. Okay, we have a solid gold yellow gold Patek with the original effing box for sale. But what I want to brag about, my favorite watch here is this one. Here's why. This Elgin, first of all, it's a pristine big Arabic Elgin. It's gorgeous, but get a load of this. Original box. Do you know how insane this is, by the way? This is that very brittle, fragile, early plastic material from like the late 50s, early 60s that all the boxes came out of, or came out from. Has the original silk liner. Look at that. 70 million pieces since 1864. And boom. 71. Sold in 1971. It even has the customer name, the original customer. And it has the salesman's name. How crazy is that? You want to talk about purchase history? From Zales in 1971 with the OG boxes. Look at that. So that's my favorite watch on the site right now. $475 for a literal complete set, and you use the coupon code COFFEE. You get it. You get very, very inexpensive. I am hesitant to use the word cheap because there's a negative connotation there, but you get this watch very cheap. Evening Jory. Nisha, what's going on, brother? Ooh, Evan with the Elgin Woven dial. This one just got scooped up today. Gorgeous watch. Look at that. Absolutely love this thing. This is detail that they do not do nowadays. And I'm not talking about Elgin. I'm saying like watchmakers do not do this nowadays. So, insane. Is that what I'm wearing? No, I'm wearing a Manilone. Yeah, I don't know where this was originally sourced from. But I know where we got it from. But I doubt that that was the original source. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. There are crazy watches that are often, you know, going to a flea market nowadays is not a great place to find. I'm going to put you on game real quick. I'm going to give you some tips. Because Tax Cut kind of stirred a thought up in my head. Mazel tov, Evan Kenny, for scooping that up. That's a gorgeous watch. You're not going to find good watches at flea markets anymore because the dum-dums that sell watches at flea markets go online and find the highest prices possible to use as a pricing reference. They are not pricing their watches on a watch-to-watch basis. They go on eBay, they go on Chrono24, they go on these websites, they find watches that aren't even comparable to their watches, but it's like similar, and then they price it using that as a reference, which is not honest, it's not accurate, and it's BS in my opinion. So you're not going to find good things at flea markets or antique stores anymore. But when you go to like estate sales, when you go to random yard sales, you still find very good interesting watches because people are just trying to get rid of things. They're trying to clean house. They don't really care, right? So I urge you, people that live maybe, you know, not in LA or like New York, but people that live pretty much anywhere else, like in all the free states in the US, take advantage of going out in the weekend and hitting up some yard sales. You might find some really cool vintage watches. So Alejandro says, I'm kind of afraid of vintage watches, but to be fair, I'm new to the watch world and everything I see I want, period. But vintage, they just seem so fragile. I get what you mean. Collecting vintage is different than collecting in general, but, you know, I've made a ton of videos giving advice on how to buy and wear vintage watches, what to look out for and what to consider. So, click the playlist section on the Time Teller Shop's YouTube channel, and you will see a playlist that says videos for new collectors, and you will be able to purchase accordingly with some confidence. And if you need any help, email info@thetimetellershop.com. And even if you don't purchase anything from us, we don't want you to get screwed, and we will point you in the right direction. So I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. I love each and every one of you. Get out of your comfort zone. You know, starting the new channel was very much out of my comfort zone, but I did it, and it's paying off. Tell someone you love them, and tell yourself you love yourself, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. And I'm going to start it off. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Hope you have a